Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome back to yet another Ninjago video onto the channel today. So, a lot of people are very nervous about Dragons Rising, and I can understand why, because considering, according to Asa Tate, I think it's what it's called, Asa Tate, somebody who works on Ninjago, Arin and Sora are basically going to be the new main characters. Lloyd is still going to be there too, but for the most part, the ninja we know, they're pretty much going to be side characters from now on. And but Asate did say that it will kind of go something like this, where they'll bring in one ninja for as a main character, and then they'll kind of switch them out every now and then. So it's not like we're not going to see them ever again. They just won't show up as much, which I think is a good compromise for it. But yet this has apparently sent the Ninjago community into a frenzy. It really reminds me a lot of the Season 8 redesign controversy. Not quite as bad, considering this one is a little bit more reasonable, but still. Um, a, One of the main arguments I've seen is that, oh, this will kill the franchise because uh, we don't know anything about these characters, and we know about the six ninja for so long. Why would you want to replace them? Okay, it's not going to kill the franchise. You kind of contradicted yourself in your own sentence. It's a franchise. It can't be killed. It's too profitable. So let's say Dragon's Rising doesn't performs poorly and only has like say 2 to 4 seasons. Is it the end of the world? Absolutely not. They'll just make another show or something along those lines. So it's really not as end of the world as a lot of people think it is. It's really not. Then we have a lot of people say, well, their characterization in Crystallized. What about that? They were not written well in Crystallized. Why does that matter? It's a new show. It has nothing to do with Crystallized. It has nothing to do with Crystallized at all. That's a bad argument because it's a new show. Therefore, it doesn't necessarily have to rely on Crystallize or rely on the older seasons to further develop the characters. And honestly, I think it should not connect to Crystallize at all, or shouldn't really reference it. Now you could say, well, they don't develop. Well, they don't develop. Their characters are not fixed. They're only fixed because you say it's fixed. Give me a frickin' break. Give me a break. Okay, so and what was that other point I mentioned? What was that other one that I mentioned on Twitter? Okay, so one more thing before I kind of describe this whole video. And that is one of the things Asta Tate mentioned is that it's going to be a overarching story, which that is one of my main criticisms, is that I'm just not a huge fan of that, because while I do think that overarching stories are important, the issue is that I'm worried that it will ruin the uniqueness of what made the older Ninjago season so special. Like, each and every season felt unique in its own way. And I don't feel like those how do I phrase it? I don't feel like it has to necessarily build up to something. Because as the case with Crystallize, it could be a huge letdown. So I feel like if in order to avoid that, just create something new each and every time. It's kind of like a blend of an episodic television show, like something like Breaking Bad, with a mix of SpongeBob, where it's different each and every time, but it still has impact, you know what I mean? So it doesn't necessarily have to be overarching. That's just what I want. And also, Lloyd's the focus again. Just why? He doesn't need it. I mean, I get it. He's supposed to be the master and whatnot, and he's the highest sell or the best selling ninja in the sets and whatnot. But like, We don't need it. He doesn't need it. That's a big reason why I don't like his characterization in Wild Brain. It's unnecessary focus. It's unnecessary. Now, some people are saying, well, this could be a huge fix to what they do with Season 7, aka his little Master Lloyd arc, which I'm one of the few people that actually loved not love, but likes Master Lloyd, and hopefully they'll make it better. I do think it has some areas that it needed to improve on, but I do think that at the end of the day, it was still a good arc, and hopefully, maybe they'll teach it. Lloyd maybe will teach Aaron and Sora some new tricks up their sleeve and whatnot. Um, but it's not like the ninja we know are just gone forever. Because I've seen so many tweets saying, I'm not gonna watch this show, or something like that. Because the ninja that I know are not there, so I'm not gonna be watching this. If you're not gonna be watching it, that's your choice. Um, but you'll probably still give it a chance anyway, just to see how it is, because who knows? Maybe you might be proven wrong, and that you might say, hey, even without the ninja, this is still pretty good. I think people are just so quick to judge that they just don't realize the bigger picture. They don't see the bigger picture here. And that's kind of what kind of infuriates me, because they don't see the bigger picture with these things. They automatically see something and make a whole scene out of it. It's just like, why? Stop it. It's like, what's that Michael Jordan meme? Stop it. Get some help. Just wanted to end it on that note. But anyways, what do you guys think about all the apparent changes to Ninjago Dragons Rising compared to some of the older stuff that we saw previously with other Ninjago installments? Do you like them? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye!